Welcome to the video on which ITR to file. In this video we shall cover what is ITR, what ITR forms are available, and choosing ITR form to fill depends on types of income, residential status, etc. ITR stands for Income Tax Return. Income tax return is a prescribed form through which the particulars of income earned by a person and taxes paid on such income is communicated to the Income Tax Department after the end of the financial year. Declaring the income earned means that you are informing the Income Tax Department of the actual amount earned under various heads such as salary, interest on FD, house rent, capital gain or loss, etc. Declaring taxes mean you should have paid all your taxes in form of TDS or tax deducted at source, advance tax or self-assessment tax. Income tax returns covers the period from April 1st to March 31st of next year, unlike the calendar year which runs from January 1st to December 31st. This period of April 1st to March 31st of the next year is called as financial year or FY. As per the Income Tax Act, income earned in a financial year is taxed in the next financial year. FY to which the income belongs is called the previous year, represented as PY, and the FY in which the income is taxed is called the assessment year, shown as AY. For example, the income earned from April 1, 2014 to March 31, 2015 will be assessed for tax in the financial year 2014-15. So financial year 2014-15 is called previous year and financial year 2015-16 is called assessment year or AY. There are many ITR forms for filing an income tax return, such as ITR 1, ITR 2A, ITR 2, etc. These forms are released every year by Income Tax Department as there are some modifications in income tax law in the budget or finance bill. For example, exemption limit is modified, Aadhaar number introduced. Income tax return needs to be filed within a due date. There are rules or penalties if return is filed late or not filed, etc. Typically, July 31st is last date for submission of return for individuals. A person has to file return if the person's total income during the year exceeds exemption limit. By filing one's tax returns every year, financial record is created with the tax department, which is required during visa application or loan application. ITR form are available in three formats: Excel utility, Java utility, PDF file. All taxpayers having income more than Rs 5 lakhs are now mandatorily required to submit their income tax form online. Taxpayers with income below Rs 5 lakhs can either submit their income tax form online or can submit the physical forms. No documents such as Form 16, Form 16A, Form 26AS is required to be attached with the ITR. Those filing ITR online can use Java or the Excel or Quick File on Income Tax e-filing website. Those not filing online can download and print the PDF file and physically submit the same. Which ITR form to fill depends on who is filling the form, whether ITR is being filled by individual or Hindu undivided family or firm, etc. Residential status. The different types of residential status are resident, not ordinarily resident, non-resident. Typically a resident one is who has been in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. ITR form to be filled also depends on types of income earned. Various types of incomes are income from salary or pension, income from house property, income from profits and gains of business or profession, income from capital gains, income from other sources. On whether losses are carried forward or not. Let's look at various categories of income, starting with income from salary or pension. Income can be charged under this head only if there is an employer-employee relationship between the payer and payee. Salary includes basic salary or wages, annuity, allowances, perquisites, etc. Some allowances are fully taxable, such as dearness allowance, etc., whereas specific exemptions are available for some allowances. The aggregate after exemptions available is known as gross salary, and this is charged under the head income from salary. Pension is also taxed under the head salaries. Employer deducts tax from income from salary as per employee declaration in April and submission of proof by Jan or Feb. Employer gives Form 16 and Form 12B to employee as a proof of income and tax deducted. Income from housed property comprises of income earned by a person through the properties owned by him or her. When one sells or transfers his property, it is taxable under capital gain, not house property. Any residential or commercial property that one owns will be taxed. Even if your property is not let out, it will be considered earning rental income and one needs to pay tax on it. The tax is based on the potential of the property to generate income for the owner, for example rent, which is also called annual value. Deductions are allowed on house property such as 30% of annual value, or interest paid on loan for the house. Computation of income from housed property can be broadly divided into following cases. 1. Self-occupied property. Self-occupied property and HRA when due to some reasons he is not able to live in his residence but has to live on rent. Let-out property. Multiple self-occupied properties. Look at income tax on one self-occupied property. Self-occupied property is house used for own residential purposes throughout the year. For one self-occupied property, rental income is taken as zero. One does not get any standard deduction or credit for municipal taxes paid. But one can deduct interest on loan taken to buy the house. Let's see income from housed property for Mr. Sharma, who purchased a house on loan and is living there. His interest on loan for the financial year was 1.7 lakh. From assessment year 2015-16 he can claim up to 2 lakh of interest. Earlier it was 1.5 lakh. So his income from housed property is minus 1.7 lakh. Income from business or profession is the difference between the credits received on running the business and expenses incurred. One can deduct expenses for running the business such as depreciation of assets, traveling, etc. Gains, which arise from the transfer of capital assets, are subject to tax under the Income Tax Act. Assets which are considered for computation of capital gains can be classified as debt mutual fund, equity mutual funds with securities transaction tax paid, stocks with STT paid, FMP, real estate, gold, etc. Table shows how short and long-term capital gains are calculated on different kind of assets. For example, for shares and equity mutual funds, if you sell before 1 year of holding you are taxed at 15%. After a year at 0%. Let's talk about income from other sources. Any income which does not fall under the heads of salary, house property, business and profession and capital gain will fall under the head income from other sources. Examples of income from other sources are interest on saving bank account, bank deposits such as fixed deposits, family pension received by legal heirs or family, dividend. Most of us would have interest on saving bank account, fixed deposits, recurring deposits, etc., which we need to add together and fill in interest gross 1B of ITR. One can claim deduction under Section 80 TTA for interest on saving bank account, TDS on FD in appropriate sections in ITR. So let's see which ITR form to fill for resident individual. ITR 1 will be filled by individual if one only has income from salary or pension, income from one house property and income from other sources. ITR 2A introduced for financial year 2014-15 will be filed by individual who has income from salary or pension, income from more than one house properties and income from other sources. Difference between ITR 1 and ITR 2 is number of house properties. ITR 1 has one house property while ITR 2A has more than one. ITR 2 will be filled by individual who has income from salary or pension, income from housed property one or more, income from other sources. Just like in ITR 2A, but in addition income from capital gains and income from foreign assets but no income from business or profession. In which case one has to fill ITR 4S or ITR 4. So which ITR to fill depends on the many factors such as residential status, types of income earned. Hope you liked the video. Please visit our site bemoneyaware.com for articles on income tax, personal finance. Please send your feedback, comments to bemoneyaware@gmail.com.